Hi all, I welcome you to this channel, and if you are the first time here, make sure you subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button in order to stay updated about the most trending technologies. In this video we are discussing about data science. So data science frameworks. So the best frameworks present in the data science world and help in solving various data science day-to-day problems. So the best frameworks are TensorFlow, PyTorch, Scikit-learn, Spark and MLlib. TensorFlow. TensorFlow is a library based on Python that provides different types of functionality for implementing deep learning models. The term TensorFlow is made up of two terms, tensor and flow. And in TensorFlow, the term tensor refers to the representation of data as a multi-dimensional array, whereas the term flow refers to the series of operations that one performs on tensors. And basically the overall process of writing a TensorFlow program involves two steps: building a computational graph and running a computational graph. Then Scikit-learn. Scikit-learn is a library used to perform machine learning in Python. Scikit-learn is an open source library that is licensed under BSD and is reusable in various contexts, encouraging academic and commercial use. And it provides a range of supervised and unsupervised learning algorithms in Python, and it consists of popular algorithms and libraries. And apart from that, it also contains the packages like NumPy. So NumPy is a Python package that stands for Numerical Python, and it is the core library for scientific computing, which contains a powerful n-dimensional array object. Matplotlib.pyplot is a plotting library used for 2D graphics in Python programming language, and it can be used in Python scripts, shell and web application servers. SciPy. SciPy is an open source Python library used to solve scientific and mathematical problems, and it is built on the NumPy extension and helps in data manipulation and visualization. PyTorch. PyTorch is a Python based scientific computing package targeted at two sets of audience. First, a replacement for NumPy to make use of the power of GPUs, and then deep learning research platform that provides maximum flexibility and speed. Then native support. Native support for Python and use of its libraries. Then used in Facebook, actively used in the development of Facebook for all of its deep learning requirements in the platform. Then easy to use API. PyTorch ensures an easy to use API which helps with easier usability and better understanding when making use of API. Fast processing. PyTorch is fast and feels native, and hence ensuring easy coding and fast processing. Support for CUDA. So the support for CUDA ensures that the code can run on the GPU, thereby decreasing the time needed to run the code and increasing the overall performance of the system. Dynamic computation graphs. So dynamic computation graphs are a major highlight here, as they ensure the graph build up dynamically at every point of code execution. The graph is built along and can be manipulated at runtime. Spark MLlib. So Spark MLlib is Apache Spark's machine learning component. So one of the major attractions of Spark is the ability to scale computation massively, and that is exactly what you need for machine learning algorithms. But the limitation is that all machine learning algorithms cannot be effectively parallelized. Each algorithm has its own challenges for parallelization, whether it is a task parallelism or data parallelism. Spark.mllib contains the original API built on top of RDDs. It also provides higher level API built on top of data frames for constructing ML pipelines. Spark.ml is the primary machine learning API for Spark at the moment. So Spark MLlib tools. ML algorithms form the core of MLlib, Then pipelines provide tools for constructing, evaluating and tuning ML pipelines. Utilities for linear algebra, statistics and data handling. Featureization. It includes feature extraction, transformation, dimensionality reduction and selection. Persistence. Persistence helps in saving and loading algorithms, models and pipelines. So MLlib algorithms are basic statistics, regression, classification, clustering, recommendation system, dimensionality reduction, feature extraction and optimization. So this was a brief discussion on data science, and we will be discussing more on data science and machine learning in the upcoming videos. And if you are the first time here, subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button to see the latest technology videos. Thank you for watching this video. Bye for now.